sir. Yes,
45
sir.
minutes late.
Hey, I told y'all, bro. Can't be great if you can't be late, man.
That's not what that.
It's not.
Man, that is terrible advice, man. Awful. Awful, man. Yeah, man, we back, man. You know what I'm saying? We back. Been a hiatus. You know what I'm saying? From the pod and whatnot. Obviously, we got other content, you know what I'm saying? I see y'all did the recap recently. I
No,
ain't
we
checked none
didn't.
of the I didn't?
No, we didn't.
I thought I did, man. I thought you posted in the Discord and whatnot. Yeah, I should if you didn't already, but it is
No,
what
the
it is,
guys were
man.
late.
I'm battle wrapped out anyway, man. It's just so much. It's a lot going on, man. As long as I know that Mook and Suge did their thing, man. That's all that matters. I'm checking battles out later. But
Yeah, Suge went
we back,
crazy.
man. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, man. Shout out Miss Hustle, I guess. I don't know. Uh,
What the
yeah, we
fuck?
back, man. You know what I'm saying? Jersey in the
I
building.
guess. Jersey, what
Um,
up?
yeah, man. It's been a minute, man. I had to regroup. You know what I'm saying? Recalibrate and all that. So much to talk about, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we damn near have to cram like 10 million topics in one because so much has happened in a 3 week span, bro. It's hard to keep up with everything. But as usual, man, we make it work on here, man, because that's our job, man. You know what I'm saying? It's our job, man. So try to condense this down to 3 or 4 topics as we always do. You know what I'm saying? As you know on here, man, listen, man, we cover topics at least an hour, 2 hours at a time, man. I'm gonna just be completely honest. But hey, classic content, man. So it don't matter. You're gonna tune in anyway. I ain't got shit else to do, man. Be for real with yourselves, man. Um, we're gonna start it off with this, man. And Lucci, man, while you saying on your way home, man. I hear the winds
My
in
bad,
the
my
air.
bad, my bad, my
You know what
bad.
I'm saying? I hear nature, brother.
That's the cars on the highway, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Lucci, man. I hope you're not on your way to do anything say unreasonable. Um, but yeah, man. We're gonna get this first topic out the way, man. I know you here, so we might as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Black man to black man. Brother Jonathan, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brother Jonathan. Jonathan Majors, if I didn't know. Man, it's been a lot going on with him, man. I don't know. It's just a lot to keep up with. This brother man lost a lot of endorsements and acting jobs, career, life changing, defining jobs have just been just crucified in the media like the last been there all year basically. I'm just be completely honest. Um, I don't know if y'all been covering, or at least checking up on the trial and everything between him and his girlfriend, Grace Jabari, who is of Caucasian descent. I'll just throw that out there. He is
Excuse me.
of Caucasian ancestry. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that should provide some type of context. Jonathan Major is a black man, and this is a white woman. Um, so yeah. Just from the charges alone, man. Apparently, they're saying if convicted, he's looking up to a year in prison. You know what I'm saying? I think they're on day 9 or 10 now, currently at the trial. It's been like a week and a half already. Um, so much has happened, man. Like so much. We could go back to when the news first came about. You know what I'm saying? Like the alleged text messages, the announcements, the drop promos. You know what I'm saying? People leaving his his team. You know what I'm saying? On some acting side of the game. I mean, it's just been a lot, man. To go from him being accused to the alleged text message to him being crucified in the media, then the shit do a whole 180. You know, old girl gets accused of putting hands on him. Then there was like a warrant out for arrest. She skipped states, came back, and now he's on trial. And I don't know what's going on. It's a lot, man.
Let me know when you're ready for us to respond.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up, but yeah, man. This is all in the span of 8 or 9 months now. The incident started in March of this year. You know what I'm saying? This brother, man, I really feel for him because he's lost a lot of acting jobs, acting gigs, um, just a lot of promotional promo stuff side of the game. He's lost endorsement deals as well because brands got to make themselves look a certain way, whatever, what have you. But honestly, I feel like with this situation, man, it's a lose-lose for him. The black man in America who is an actor, he has a traditional black male masculine look. Let's just be honest. And he's, saying in the belly of Hollywood. So honestly, man, I want y'all to, give y'all 2 cents on this because I don't know what it's looking like, man. If he loses, man, either way, it's gonna be hard for him to find gigs even after this. But the thing is, though, I'm gonna give y'all context. Disney is still riding with the brother. They haven't dropped him. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of the rumors coming out that they signed him off to from being King the Conqueror and all that. Those are allegedly rumors. So I'm providing that context. But yeah, man, y'all can go ahead there and give y'all 2 cents, and then I'm gonna deliberate. While y'all talking, man, just provide more context and whatnot.
Let me go ahead and get this out the way. So I'm gonna offer a different perspective. That boy Jonathan Majors is now entering the realm of territory where a black man got to be held responsible. So his first issues came with which was probably 9-12 months ago.
Yeah,
Maybe a little longer than that with the one girl. I forgot shorty name, but anyway, with the one shorty, that's what set all the controversy off after he had come off of doing The Harder They Fall, had a great role in that. Did the Kang thing, you know what I'm saying? Name is buzzing. I forgot the name of the TV show that he had that was popular.
it was Lovecraft Country.
Right. There it goes. So then he had the incident with baby girl. All right, cool. Then you get with Megan Good. You know what I'm saying? That don't work out. Now you got this other little shorty or whatever, and y'all bucking and wilding. Good brother, it probably at this moment in time in your life is not the best thing or in your best interest to be dealing with these bitches right now. That's something that a nigga got to be able to tell. There's something about you in relation with women right now that is causing you destruction. So at a certain point, you got to start looking at not just a black man behavior, but any human being's behavior. Like, why does disturbance continue to happen in your dealings with women? You know what I'm saying? So, especially when you are who you are, and you know the position that you're in, maybe you should be a little bit more focused on your career, because clearly you can't balance the two. Some people can. you have not shown signs of being able to balance a relationship or a celebrity relationship and your career at the same time. So I kind of look at it from, okay, the first time around, it's like, all right, man, we riding with you. Like I'm really rooting for you because I like what you're doing. But it's like I'm just trying to figure out, how do you continue to end up in these situations to this degree, to this manner? Somebody has a problem. Somebody has a problem, and it could possibly be you. You know what I'm saying? So he could be one of them niggas that's very, very misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? Should I love bitches? So I understand. Like, you feel me? Like, he could just be one of them niggas that it's toxic.
Yeah.
There's toxic brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I hope you go to jail or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if the brother did wind up in jail and had to do a year in jail, it's kind of like, damn, dog, like you in the nigga, we have history of knowing that niggas in Hollywood have no leash. So, you know what I'm saying? And you dealing with these white women. You better be blessed that you've only done enough to get a year to get a year. So, for real, like that brother playing.
They gonna try to hang you behind a white woman, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This is what I wanted to ask. So after seeing this brother running for 20 blocks,
man? No.
Like after seeing him running for 20 blocks,
say, man, because I'm gonna throw him 2 cents, but
he looked crazy.
Cujo, Lucci is talking, bro. Can you hear him?
I don't hear him.
Oh yeah,
you can't hear me?
Yeah, you might need to
Let me come on.
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
No. I was gonna say,
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What you was saying, Lucci?
No, I was saying, like, after seeing this brother run for 20 blocks from this woman, bro, he damn near wanted to get barefooted and start running. Do y'all still think that he did something he was supposed to?
Yes, this nigga is recorded, Lucci. That's the stupid part. They got this nigga in 4K. Caught him on text messages. They caught him on the voicemail saying, telling her how to warning her about going to the hospital because they were going to ask her questions about how she got the bruises and things like that. And saying like, yeah, you may not mean to, but you can unwittingly put us in a situation where an investigation is going to happen. Then doubled back and is like, I'm a monster. I don't deserve you. I'm thinking about ending it all because of this. Like, I put you through so much. Like, they caught he admitted.
Oh, he admitted it. Come on, I didn't see that piece of information. Hold on, Kuta. I didn't see that piece of information. Hold on,
yeah. They got the voicemail. I saw this last week because I was talking to one of my ladies' friends from college last week, who's like, PR is her thing. Like she does that. For real. I won't say anything else beyond that. But we were talking about it, like how important it is when information releases, why it releases, and who it releases from. Because the public is gonna take something and run with it. So this stumbled out the closet right around the time the video of him getting chased stumbled out the closet. So it looked crazy. Because you're like, as soon as I'm hearing about the text messages and the voicemails or the voice recordings, whatever it was, how they caught his voice, that video comes out immediately after. Like him running for his life after whatever the tussle that happened in the car. And I'm like, damn, this is some good fucking PR. Like they're really forcing the public to pick a side within days of like each release. I agree with Boom though. I think like some people can handle that shit, bro. Like some people can juggle being like a ladies' man in Hollywood, young up and coming brother. You know what I'm saying? Like Disney money's different, and like
Yeah.
Marvel money's different. And then you got some people who kind of like locked in early. You know what I'm saying? Like Denzel and his wife locked in early. Samuel L. Jackson and his wife locked in early. Like you got a few people like that, but like the people who don't, you see them in not these types of situations, but weird situations adjacent to this. Like my boy Michael B. Jordan. You see what I'm saying? Like with the Lori Harvey thing and everybody that she's been attached to who's an actor. You see what I'm saying? Damn son Idris. Like, bro, find somebody solid, lock in. If you a multi-million dollar nigga, find somebody and lock in behind the scenes that we don't know. Like, don't fuck up your career chasing.
Cal, let me say this, Cal. When you in those type of companies, when millionaires only hang with millionaires, bro. Like when you're in those type of companies, how is like how you said Denzel locked in with his wife, Samuel locked in with his wife. I think it's that much harder to find once you become that successful. I think you got to find those type of women before you get that big break or you blow up. I don't think you can go into Hollywood and find those type of women like after
I'm explaining, Lucci, because I did hear Boom earlier say that he had broke up with Megan Good. Now they're still together. I didn't even know there was news that they broke up. She actually showed up to court with him.
Yeah, I remember the picture.
Yeah, she's been in the courtroom with him, on trial and everything, like a week and a half now, something like that.
Okay, it wasn't it. Okay.
Yeah, they still been dating since probably a couple months. Now I think because it's been a minute. Because I remember it was announced that she was dating him like around the summertime. Obviously, it's I could see it being like a PR move because of the situation concerning his ex, and it's not really looking all that great. But yeah, I've been trying my best to follow the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a DA or anything, but I have been following some people who have been in the courtroom literally every single day. You know what I'm saying? There's actually a YouTube channel where there's this guy on there. His name is Chillmonger. I guess he's one of them black comic book YouTube channels that just so happens to stumble upon talking about the case or whatever. And he's talking personally with the lawyer. I guess not necessarily on the case, but just been keeping watch essentially since this shit happened. And the way she's stating everything that's transpired in court is nothing that I've seen being reported. As far as like media wise, honestly, the media gonna do what they do. When news comes out of certain things, they're gonna take things out of context. They do it all the time. I remember seeing the text messages. I don't understand how text messages that were initially deemed inadmissible were somehow able to be used in court. I guess they found a loophole around on some probable cause shit, but I'm not even sure. Like I really have no idea. They're saying that the injuries that was allegedly caused was, the laceration behind her ear and a supposed broken finger. But apparently, like a recollection of the story that old girl was stating that she also had broken ribs, which also doesn't make any sense because they literally got footage the day, like hours before the initial altercation that happened. Her being drunk, or at least a little tipsy, you know what I'm saying? And, having her history with, off the counter, quote unquote, drugs and alcohol, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of coincides with whatever was going on. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? So they're using text messages that were taken out of context from apparently another conversation he had. And they're using this shit in court. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then The claim that he got into a fight with her in the limo, even though he had took her to the hospital for the injuries that were reported over him basically trying to kick her out the crib because he broke up with her. So I don't understand how the two stories align or don't align. It's a lot, man, that I'm just not really understanding. So basically, I'm not gonna lie, this story reminds me of the Chris Brown Rihanna situation. I remember how it was initially, like when I first heard about the story being broke, and me not fucking with Chris Brown for years after the story came out. I looked at the picture, I saw her face, and I immediately got pissed off. Like it really angered me. Then to find out, Rihanna doing an interview that the fight was started by her, and that the reason why they even got into it is because of the text message he had gotten from another woman, or that was taken out of context, and that was just something she used to just do all the time, and they used to just get into it, literally physically fighting each other. And that day just happened to be where he took it a bit further than usual, and she it went really really left. So I'm like, damn, like that's literally what happened in this situation. He got a text from someone, um, grabbed the phone out of his hand. Allegedly, he supposedly grabbed her up. You know what I'm saying? Started putting hands on her, then kicked her out of the limo. But then when you listen to the driver's accounts, because he took the stand, um, he's saying something completely different. Like he's saying something completely different. Like initially saying that she was the one putting hands on the dude. She was the one being the aggressor. She was the one that took the phone out of his hand and was barging at him and grabbing at his arm. She was the one that started the altercation. That's why he initially got out the car and was running damn near 15, 20 blocks. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't get it. They dropped the charges against her when the warrant was out for her arrest because, it was alleged that she was the aggressor. So I'm like, I don't know, man.
Oh man.
It's just a lot to keep up with, man. Like them text messages weren't even supposed to be used in court. They were deemed inadmissible. So like, how are they able to use them in court just to? And I know why. I already know why. I already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on here. So listen, man. Allegations are allegations. At the end of the day, I'm not here to defend nobody or to blindly support someone. But when I see certain things don't add up, I'm just like, I don't know. It's something a little fishy about that. So it's not my place to tell them who to date or who to not date. It's Hollywood, man. Like it's Hollywood, bro. Like I don't know, man. Not everybody gonna be Denzel and or Mario Hardwick. You know what I'm saying? Where you already in the game, you married with somebody 10 years down, then you blow up and you get to just experience that shit with your wife or your partner, whatever the case. It's not gonna be like, bro, this is a young dude. He's in the prime of his career. He dated Megan Good. I mean, it is what it is. I would say, honestly, I would want him to be more careful with the situation moving forward because I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Like I don't know. One minute you could just be trying to break up with somebody. The next minute, bro, you wake up and you accused of assault, all type of shit because you trying to kick somebody out the crib that you fucking own. Like anything could happen at any given moment, man. And I don't know what's going on with this brother, but I know that certain things just ain't adding up. That's what I do know. That's all I could say.
You know how he could have avoided this?
Now, we're not dating a white woman because I mean, shit.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
So this is why ultimately he still has to be held accountable, and he needs to become more responsible going forward, regardless of whatever the result is of this situation. Because fuck everybody else, he got a responsibility to himself. Like you are clearly, and people can act as though they don't hear. You know what I'm saying? The word, you know what I'm saying, on the street, on the blogs, in Hollywood, what people are saying. you were being spoken of as being one of the next niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get a lot of those niggas that we look at and be like, oh shit, no, this nigga is hot. This nigga appears to be a highly respectable nigga. Like, he finna put on for us. So, but again, even further beyond us, like I said, himself, you know what I'm saying, the work that he had put in up until that point, and the positions that he had been granted, uh, you just have to be more responsible, because they made this nigga Kang in Marvel.
Right.
In phase 5, boom. Like the shit is leading to it's all tied to
Like,
this
you feel me?
nigga.
Like, whoa, like, hold on, Nick, like, bro, you did the Creed 3 joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the harder they fall, it's like, whoa, this nigga on fire. Who is this? And it's like, now, again, dealing with them white women. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take for niggas to learn.
They're not, boom. What more do you have to see? They burned cities, hung people, gutted people, quartered people, chased people down, shot them in the dead of night, like poison niggas. Like what more do
And,
y'all need to
and, and,
see?
and I'm all for, you know what I'm saying, if whoever you want to date, I mean, shit, you your own man. You grown. You an adult. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. However, we didn't seen the track record, man. We didn't seen the history. Fuck sports. I mean, fuck acting and all that shit. Sports, nigga. We've seen this through the history of time. More times than not, that shit don't end well for niggas. It's already hard enough dealing with bitches. Period.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can't do nothing about a nigga wanting to date who he wants to date. It seems like she been rocking with him before he got popping. You know what I'm saying? So, 'cause I didn't know who he was before Lovecraft Country, like, at all. I really didn't know who he was. So his career really in his prime has been like a 3 years of him heating up. You know what I'm saying? Really just kind of getting on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? So before then, he probably had like a couple TV appearances that I probably could recollect, but I don't really know him from. And now that I watch these shows, I'm like, oh shit, that's him. But yeah, it seems like she's been down with him for a minute. But it's like certain shit ain't adding up, man. That's all I'm saying. And the charges initially that he was charged with, some of them have been dropped. So I don't now at this point it's like, because the evidence has been thrown out. Like I don't know how this is gonna look. All I
But
know is that
but we not. I
Disney
don't.
hasn't
But
dropped the
Kojo.
dude
But
yet.
we
So
we're not disagreeing with. Well, I'm not disagreeing with what you saying.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the brother is guilty of whatever he's being charged of, or you know what I'm saying. I hope that brother don't have to face no jail time, which I highly doubt that he will. But
yeah,
but so that's one thing. But again, that brother needs to be held responsible. You have to be. You got to be on your shit, my brother, or else you'll lose this shit.
Yeah.
And from one black man to another, you want to see another black man elevate and represent in a way that is respectable. This is why we give the high praises to uh, Denzel Washingtons and the Morgan Freemans, and you know what I'm saying, Samuel. Not saying he has to be them. You know what I'm saying.
right.
He's his own. He can be Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying. He just him added to the list. So that's just how I look at
But
it, man.
there
It's like you just
to
have to
go
take better care of your career.
to go with that, boom. Like if we're looking at your trajectory, seeing that you're cut from that cloth, like people oftentimes say that when it comes to just skill and everything, but there's
Right.
an expectation when you're cut from that cloth. You see what I'm saying as well? Like there's responsibilities
Hmm.
when people see your talent. Like we hear it all the time, even with the Mook and twerk battle leading up to the battle. A lot of the older heads, quote unquote, in battle rap were looking at Twerk saying like he's always the like greatest what if in battle rap because we see him as very talented in the same league as us, but all of the extra shit that he messes up on and drops the ball always keeps him out of that like that serious consideration of being with the Mooks, the Verbs, the Luxes, the Rexes, so on and so forth. Like that's the expectation. And to go back to the point I was saying with you, Cujo, earlier, I'm not saying everybody who's a talented person with dreams or skill or whatever has to get married before they get famous to be safe. But you, as a man who's in that space, like you need to be able to find somebody and build with, period. So oftentimes that looks like marrying or seriously being in a relationship with a woman who is not even in the same bubble career-wise as you. Like a woman completely successful in her own right over there. Like if you're an actor or something, find a woman in fucking like with the engineering degree working for, I don't know, developing landing gear for Delta or something over there. Because as soon as it's too close, that's where you see the friction shit start to happen. That's where you see the clout chasing stuff start to happen. The weird stories that we as consumers and fans finding out that stumbles out the closet. We're not supposed to be knowing half the shit that we know. And more times than not, it's because of the celebrities themselves. So it's like you just gotta pick smarter, bro. This ain't the 90s and the early 2000s anymore. Everybody got phones and everybody's phones is on. Like you're getting caught on a camera, period. Just be smart, bro. Like
or
be smart.
Stop. How about you just fuck the hoes? Like straight up, like you don't have to tie nothing down right now, good brother. You do it every okay, because we're not gonna ask a black nigga in Hollywood with the access to the hoes that he got access to. We're not finna ask that brother to just be, you know what I'm saying, on his lonely and never tapping. Okay, go ahead and hit the hoes, but you don't have to be creating 6-month, year-month relationship with hoes. That's not that's not saying that can't work, but that's not in your best interest though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you just hitting the hoes, you can easily avoid situations like the one you're in now, because situations like the one that you're in now, that comes with a lot of emotion attached to the person that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see what y'all saying.
And a lot of mess too, because you can keep boom just to be short, and then you could cook Cujo. Like you can keep hoes at arm's length, but when you start lying to the I'm saying, non-hoes and then switching up on the non-ho, bro, you're gonna get burned, bro. You should have learned that shit in middle school, bro. Like,
bro, my nigga Johnny Depp lost a finger.
Exactly. A whole finger.
It's funny you brought up Johnny Depp.
Dealing with a white bitch. And you a gorilla nigga.
Supposedly, he's looking to line up for another Pirates of the Caribbean joint. You know, that should be in development in a couple years, because I remember him turning down the role not too far, longer, because of his torn relationship with, a lot of things going on. I know he had like a history of drinking and, just alcohol abuse and everything. So that plus the case and everything going on, it kind of ruined a lot of opportunities. Then, yeah, his tumultuous relationship with Amber Heard, that shit fucked up a lot of things. So I get it, but I don't know. I think in this case, because I definitely want us to move on.
Hold up.
Listen, brother, hey, I'm not gonna be me, man. If I don't do this, man, we 2 for 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? Travis Rudolph, he won his case. You know what I'm saying? His side chick, who was married, tried to get him set up to get shot. And what do? Send some niggas to the sky. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to them brothers. But hey, they asked for it. duty low. You know what I'm saying? I signed the OTF and all that. Dirk and them. He just won his defamation case against his baby moms because she accused him of, messing with his child. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's cold blooded, there,
That's
man.
wild.
That's fucked up,
I
man.
did not even
So
hear
he
that.
sued her for defamation and a whole bunch of other stuff, and he won $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So, and that rarely happens, like very, very rarely happens. So,
What
the
type of
fact that he,
sick motherfucker
Hey,
do you have to be
yeah,
to say something like that,
hey,
you,
bro?
hey, good Joe. You forgot.
two of the
Never mind.
three. That's all I'm
We
saying.
went 3 for 4, bro. You forgot about Bill, man.
Oh my God, man.
See,
We was just on the right path, and you
see,
just veered that shit off the
You
cliff.
forgot
see.
about Bill, man. They lied
You
on
just
you.
veered the shit off the cliff, man. You just veered it off
No,
the
I
cliff,
got something
man.
to say before we close it out, though. But this for all my criminals in New York City, bro. After watching this video of this brother running 20 blocks, and they had every moment, every corner he turned,
Right.
It was
everything,
funny.
bro. Just don't do no crime out there, bro. It doesn't pay to do crime, bro. New York City is camered up, man. Like I don't understand how brothers are even doing anything after watching that video. That's the first thing my mind ran to. Like, how the fuck is niggas doing criminal activities when they can go back and pull this brother running for 20 blocks?
You know what's crazy? The only
But
reason they took the footage
you
down.
liked fucking Power. Shut up, Lucci. But you liked fucking Power. Like you like watching Power. Shut up.
The only reason
Shut up.
they use the footage is because they accuse him of being the abuser. So that's why it was
Uh-huh.
used. That footage would have
Oh,
never came out if you know what I'm saying, like if it wasn't him being the one accused. So when the video came out, I was like, oh shit, this nigga running for his life. I didn't even know there was footage of the incident that night that happened. I didn't know that his the driver that was in the car service or whatever the case was going to testify in court, all of that. So I'm like, bro, why isn't any news coverage covering any of this shit? Like, why aren't they? Or they're not doing it to the same degree that they're accusing him of. Forbes just literally posted an article saying that they need to drop Jonathan Majors from Disney. And I'm like, what type of bias? Like, what type of bullshit? Did y'all write this shit for Kevin Spacey?
uh, uh,
Like,
No,
did y'all write
no,
this
they
shit for
didn't.
Ezra Miller?
Kev been getting away with murder for
Like,
years.
like,
Nigga
yo, bro, like, I don't understand how you gonna call for a man to be removed from a film series or a TV show series that's first of all dying right now. Marvel is in the tank. They need all the talent they could need right now ever in the history of whatever. So to be calling, bro, for a man to be dropped, bro, and first of all, the court case ain't even dropped. None of the charges or anything. He hasn't even been convicted yet. They haven't even done a jury deliberation yet, which is supposed to be due on Monday. They just changed the date to Monday. So I'm like, what are y'all doing, bro? Literally every news media coverage, man, this man guilty. He did it. It's looking like he should be dropped from that. I'm like, wow, okay. I mean, damn. So when I'm actually going to people who are in the courtroom and they're covering it live,
Mhm.
and I'm like, yeah, they're not saying anything that these news articles are saying. So what is going on? And then I'm looking into it, and I'm like, yeah, she was mad, bruh. She was upset in that car, man. Some other bitch was texting him. She got upset and put hands on that nigga. He ran
Yeah.
for his damn life. All right. And that's what happened, bro. He called the cops. They came in. They looked at her first. That's literally what
Mhm.
happened. What did he do to you? That's the first question they asked her, bro. They didn't give a
Yep.
fuck about that man. And that's it. That's literally what happened. And I know how NYPD works, bro. I'm from Jersey, bro. Our police in the tri-state area, extremely corrupt. I'm gonna just be completely honest. Come on, man. Rudy
Oh, I love New York
Giuliani
City,
with the
bro.
stop and frisk and all
Yeah,
that.
I
We
love New
had to
York
deal
City,
with
bro.
a lot, man.
A
Jersey
lot of
is
corruption up
literally, yeah, it's no different, bro. They'll arrest anybody for anything and trump up charges anytime they feel like it, bro. They don't give a damn, man. They have all the time in the world, man. I remember being in high school, bro. They used to lock up kids for skipping school, man. You know what I'm saying? If they catch your ass, you skipping school, Hey man, you're not supposed to be out here. They'll lock your ass up. Instead of even just taking you back to the school so you could just do a day in ISS or something, now you're getting locked up, bro. So listen, man. At the end of the day, bro, Jonathan, man, keep doing what you do, man. It is what it is. I'm not here to, be a judge, jury, and executioner, man. That's for the jury to decide. I just know what happens when a black man gets into situations like that. He ain't no damn Diddy. Now, if you were, bro, it'd be a
The
whole different
Diddler.
conversation. They could throw you to the wolves, man. But man, you just an up and coming actor, bro, that got into a fight with a white woman, and you know what I'm saying. Now your career is being questioned. And you haven't even jumped off. You haven't even your career hadn't even started yet. You know what I'm saying? So if he would have had more leverage in the game by being Denzel level, I could see they probably would have thrown that case out immediately. But because his brother's on the come up, it's like, well, shit. We might as well end your career right now before he even gets off the ground, man. So I don't know, man. I hope that everything can, work out the way that it should, hopefully. But I don't know, man. All I know is, man, just be careful with women in general. I
That's a
know
fact.
niggas talking about white women, this and that, and I understand our historical history with them. But you gotta be careful with these women in general, man. We are not. This ain't 1967, bro. We're in 2023, man. You gotta be on your p's and q's, man. I don't care if these motherfuckers want to accuse you of being on the other side, man. Just, I don't know, man. Figure something out. Get a whole new PR team. Sue the NYPD if you want to, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, them niggas took the stand, bro. They've been saying a lot of questionable stuff, man. Committing perjury on the stand is wild, man. But hey, anything happens in New York, bro. I swear to God, man. Anything happens in New York. But anyway, man, we gonna have to move on, man, because we got another situation to you know what I'm saying. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I hate to do this, man. This one hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? This really hurt a brother heart, man. Cameron Giles, you know what I'm saying? Mason Betha, you know. It is what it is, podcast, TV show, all that. Man, them brothers like to just tell wild stories on there, man. I'm not gonna lie. They like to get really personal and talk about, some interesting stuff, man. So I guess one episode, man, Cam, he told a story about hey man, him and the homie, they ran a choo-choo on you know what I'm saying, a compromising woman, while they were minors. You know what I'm saying? And the story got taken out of context by somebody from another podcast, you know what I'm saying? And they got accused of some very questionable things. And it's been a back and forth between two black, you know what I'm saying, media conglomerates. You know what I'm saying? You got Joe Budden and Revolt on one side. You got Cam and Mace. They got their independent thing going on. I could have sworn though they signed a deal with Barstool, if I'm not mistaken.
That
I don't
was,
know.
I think
I
that
think
was $1 million worth of game, no?
yeah, it was $1 million worth of game. But I
Okay.
think Cam and Mace did they got a deal, right? With
No, they signed with Underdog.
Underdog. Okay. So which I actually fuck with because that's the position that Jesus and Mero was supposed to be in, to be completely honest. But that is a whole other situation in and of itself. But yeah, man, Melissa Ford, who has been a regular cast member on Joe Budden's joint for a while now, ever since Rory Mal left. And I'm not gonna lie, she is very consistent with her silly ass views. I'm gonna just be completely honest. She's older, you know what I'm saying, former video vixen, model, all that sort of shit. So she's been in the industry for a while, man. She's one of more of them, on the feminist side, accusing men of misogyny, all that type of shit. And I mean, she's literally the only female member among all of them. You know what I'm saying? You got Ish, you got Queen's Flip, you got Ice, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Joe Budden, you know what I'm saying? You got Parks too, who's kind of, behind the scenes. But yeah, she's the only one there. She be trying to correct them on some pretentious shit whenever, they get to talking about man shit. So I don't know, man. She says something that's out of pocket. Cam responds. She apologizes. You know, Cameron doesn't think the apology is sincere. He doubles down, goes live. You know, kind of runs into her history about where she's been in the industry, and then Joe Budden decides to respond. And Joe Budden's response is kind of interesting, man. He basically, yeah, he ended up defending Mel, which is odd, very odd, but he ended up defending her. And
Why is it odd, Cujo? Why is it odd?
it's odd because he wasn't supposed to defend someone that made a silly ass claim that she made. I get that, the way Cam was talking, it was harsh, but like she really didn't have to, accuse Cam of, you know, assault essentially, like when they were minors, bro, in a damn brothel, basically. That's basically where they were.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, it was kind of, she basically tried to insinuate that they were older and that they were they were grooming someone younger when they were the ones who were young, being groomed by someone older.
Okay.
And she took the shit out of context. And yeah, it was just like, I don't know, like that's what it sounds like. That's what it's alluding to. At first, Joe was like, nah, man, like you can't be saying stuff. That's kind of wild. But after the live, we go back and forth, and then Joe kind of retracts his statement. It's like, nah, bro, you don't even have enough money to sue us, and da da da. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is a 180. Like, so I mean, that's basically the situation in the nutshell. Um, if any of y'all got the backstory on it, y'all could provide context, but that's basically what it is, man. I mean, if I want to give y'all 2 cents on it, I pretty much wrapped it up. Listen, man, if y'all know me, man, I had the hugest crush on Melissa Ford when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? One of the finest women in existence ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was fine as hell in her prime. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very fine in her prime. Um, hey man, Game wrote a song about her. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shit. Y'all remember Wouldn't Get Far?
Mhm.
Name drop anthem. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
man, classic song, classic, Kanye production, all that. Um, so yeah, man, it kind of broke my heart a little bit to see her kind of just jump out left field like that. You know what I'm saying? But she been in the industry, man. She done seen some shit. I'm gonna just be honest. She been passed around. We just gonna keep it a being here. We don't have a big enough platform for anybody to be tuning in to us. So I'm just say that, man. It is what it is. But if I ever run into her, man, we cutting this episode, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, Cujo.
Nah, we cutting this. I'm gonna need my chin to get between them cheeks, man. We cutting this portion right here. Yeah, we cutting this
See,
shit in
see.
about 8-9 years, man. Uh. Yeah,
I,
man, it kind of parallels into the Jonathan shit, funny enough. But yeah,
that's the messed up part. So I was gonna say it like this, Cujo. It's a two-sided coin with shit like this to me, because on one hand it's like, okay, like we're no strangers to people like utilizing each other's platform and building controversy between each other to like draw numbers and traffic. Um,
right.
like I even looked up yesterday, and I think it was something going on with Queen's Flip the other day,
Oh
and he was
yeah.
like arguing and everything. I didn't know that there was like a whole like YouTube channel, like a content creator on here on YouTube whose whole platform is dedicated to keeping up with just the drama from Joe's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like 15,000, almost 16,000 subscribers. Like, do y'all know how insane that meta is? Like,
Hmm.
you can like, I forget what they're called. I forget what they're called in the ocean, but there's like these fishes that kind of just latch on to whales
Oh
and they
yeah, I
just
know what you're talking about.
live off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like in leech is obviously not what I'm going for, but it's just that, like you just latch yourself onto something much larger, like a larger brand, a larger media conglomerate, whatever, and you can just eat the scraps as they go through making waves. That's how crazy this shit is. So part of me is like, they could just be farming, you know what I'm saying? Farming reaction at this point. Like we see it in battle rap all the time. Niggas fake beefing or whatever. get us amped up for the battle, and then the battle happens, and these niggas are at cookouts with each other the next day. You know what I'm saying? So it's never really like that. But then on the other side, it's like it's very dangerous to just put a claim like that on people, period.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just gonna say black men. Obviously, this is a black man who's messed up in this situation, but it's like that's very, very dangerous. Like, even in the spaces that I look at outside of here, when I'm on the internet, away from y'all, away from Discord and everything else like that, like I see people just doing shit like that to get their career started. Like, I saw a young lady, I'm not going to talk about her name or what the content creator's name is, but she was getting mad that people weren't believing her claims without proof. She literally said that. She was like, why do y'all need to see text messages, phone calls, audio recordings? You should just take my word for it, because a victim is a victim, regardless of if you believe it or not. People are like, bitch, excuse me?
Yeah, nah.
Like, you're trying to tear down somebody with claims alone, and we're just supposed to believe you. So what if somebody with less clout than you comes behind you and says that with the same argument? How would you feel about that? Like, where does this shit stop then?
Do you think a cop would? Do you think a cop would actually believe a man if a man called him and tell him that this woman just raped me?
Honestly, just judging on what I've seen statistically, no. They don't even the definition of it. And the definition of grape in the thesaurus and on dictionary.com, it does not include anything outside of penetration. It literally just says penetration only. So that means someone entering someone. So they don't even consider a woman basically, throwing herself onto a man as grape. It's not considered forcible. So what happens is
No, that's bullshit though, because at the same time, what they gotta understand is these hoes be too seductive. They be devilish with that shit. I tell you, stop
I'm
and
just
suck
going
my
by the
dick.
definition.
Don't do all that shit. Don't do all that shit. Just because you can't trick nothing in, you can't be raping me and shit. Y'all raped the mind. The mind is another thing to get raped. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really trying to be saying the R word on here, but like, you gotta hold these girls accountable, bro. Like, it's girls out here playing with dudes' lives, and I don't appreciate that. And I'm glad you ran that. Like, you did $100 dash on her. I ain't trying to backtrack, but you gotta protect yourself. I want to say that.
Yeah, especially what's going on with Diddy right now, bro. Like, you can't just throw no shit out there like that about Cam, and brother gotta defend himself, because that's too much going on with Diddy and like all the shit going on.
And the fact
right
that it's
now,
true
bro.
with Diddy doesn't make it any better. We'll let that go.
Man, you sure you won't go there, bro? Nah, go ahead, Cujo. Go ahead,
I
Cujo.
get it
Go
though.
ahead.
Like,
I'm not
Diddy
gonna.
tripping. Diddy
I'm not gonna.
tripping. He might have did certain shit, but like, I'm just saying, we don't
Go
do it.
ahead,
I
Cujo.
see,
We're not gonna
what
do
Body
it.
Bags is saying, but I'm just saying, like, to speak to what Lucci was saying. Now, because of the definition of grape, they had to. Only reason why it's even being challenged, especially like in the last 30 years, is because of people in academia challenging it.
Exactly.
And that's mainly, you know what I'm saying. It's mainly male academics, for the most part, or men's rights activists who have been basically trying to change the definition to include men as well, because they're always, we're always considered the aggressor. When you look at a lot of these cases, or you look at the conviction rates, men are being abused at the same rates, sometimes even more. Especially, what I'm saying, young black boys. Most of us, from what I've seen, they say the earliest debut for us like around 9 to 13 years old, and that's to an older woman, unfortunately. And so we always talk about the uncle and the grandfather, and just nobody wants to talk about auntie. No one wants to talk about how, mama, or nobody wants to talk about that older babysitter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, we just seen that, Young Jeezy did a sit down with Nia Long in his interview, he was talking about how he was, molested, when he was young and dealing with that, the trauma of that and everything. So I do see more men, opening up about it, speaking about it, how it traumatized them. But it's just like it's just really no systemic way of really covering it because it's fairly new. And also it's just that a lot of people think that we don't know how to tell the difference between rape and consent. So they think, we want it all the time. So there's really no difference to make. But I'm gonna just tail it back to Cam, you know what I'm saying? Because
Cujo, before you leave that, because I wanted to answer Lucci's question as well.
Yeah.
The like what Cujo just said, to where like the not the acts that have been happening are nuanced or new, but the conversation surrounding them is. So like, for instance, like, yeah, Cujo, you're right with the definition of grape and everything else like that. But like SA is usually what trips women up, the women who are doing these types of things to men, young boys, whatever the case may be, like walking up, groping a man. I know I had that happen a lot at college, like being at parties or whatever.
So for the longest, I didn't think that was assault until recently because it's so normal, like it's so casual. I was like, oh,
female
shit.
grabbing your dick.
Yeah, like especially when I was running around doing drugs, rapping.
I didn't think that was wrong with that as like growing up.
Like, oh, okay.
I never, that shit.
Supposed
that
to tell,
was like,
like,
you know what's crazy? If the woman,
no,
if the
something
woman
is
do
wrong.
that, you grab herself.
No.
That can set you up for fail.
Yeah, like what we're saying, Lucci, like it's the consent thing. Like normally, right?
Okay,
if it was the other way around, you would have to ask a woman, "Hey, can I get a dance? Can I touch you? Can I?" Like even if you don't ask, there's a way in which we try to make the woman feel as comfortable as possible, so that we can get the okay. But other way around, there is no asking a man, "Hey, can I ride you?"
Yeah,
none of that. It's just like, yo, I'm drunk, I'm in the club, nigga, you look good. I'm trying to that, or whatever. And I've seen this happen. You know what I'm saying? So
and
it's
that's
like,
why I said SA, Cujo, because the definition of SA changes the depiction of it, like it changes the color. So just for y'all, just to be quick, SA refers to sexual contact or behavior that occurs without explicit consent of the victim. Some forms of SA include attempted grape, fondling or unwanted sexual touching, forcing a victim to perform sexual acts such as oral or the actual penetrating part.
Lucci.
Lucci's a very unserious man. But like this, when I hear this, I'm thinking about like, okay, like that shit was happening all the time at like 15, 16, especially if you looked older as a boy, if you looked if you were tall or played sports, like bro, you getting
the problem is if girls do that, like a girl did at my job, right? She was talking about my butt and then grabbed it, and I'm like, whoa, the fuck? So I'm like, nah, you can't do this shit. I don't like that shit. So I did the shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls will do that, and you can they can set you up and turn it against you. Right. And you gonna be in the wrong. That's the ass part, because it's like, then if you like, damn, don't touch me, you make it seem like you're a weirdo. Yeah, it's like sometimes they're like, oh, you weird, you don't like being touched. Oh, bitch, like
imagine the conviction rate for women who are predators or pedophiles. It's nowhere near the same, bro. They don't get
not at all.
Yeah,
they don't get convicted.
But that's why you gotta
at the same rate, bro.
Body bags. That's why when we have these conversations, like I be making sure to round off talking to the young men. Oftentimes, bro, report that bitch to HR, bro.
But it's even hard. Like they pit teachers.
I'm not talking to you. We gonna talk to the young man who's 16, 17, listening to this shit, getting ready to go into the job, to the workforce. Report that bitch to HR. Period. We keep the same standards. This is what I say when it comes to people who let shit like Bill get away with shit, Diddy get away with shit, Kales get away with shit, Spacey get away with shit. Like, bro, come on, it doesn't matter. Be the person.
But I will say this.
Get this shit on the record. So that get this shit on the record, because if the bitch did it to me at 16 and then she turns around, does it to Body Bags at 21, turns around, does it to Lucci at 42, and we're just
she was 24.
We're all just
she was 24 when she did that.
Men who's not gonna say anything. This bitch just runs along as a habitual diddler.
The problem is
Cal,
The
so
problem
Cal,
is though, like as a
hold
six
up.
hold on, as a 16-year-old boy, it's kind of hard to report
It
to
is.
HR if a girl
Right.
just grab you because you might looking at it like, okay, I got her, or
Right.
like,
Especially
oh,
for someone older.
she might be,
Yeah.
yeah, somebody older because it's teachers out there getting sent to jail for smashing teenagers,
Oh
but
yeah.
them boys really want that shit, like, because we're
See that?
guys,
Yeah,
we just
that's
like
that. See,
gold and
that's what they
trash.
try to argue to justify it. And you know, the thing that makes it sick is that this is the stuff that white feminists or white social scientists used to argue. Like, man, black men literally, especially for boys, like men have no feelings. We're basically not human, that we are like salacious, like we just want sex all the time, and we're incapable of telling the difference between consent and not. So it's okay to just justify abusing us and this and the third. It wasn't until like up until I would say the 20th to about the 21st century, which is like last 100 or so years, that has been challenged. You know what I'm saying? So uh I'm kind of glad to see the direction shit is going in, because for a boy to be 9 years old and having someone 16 violate his
That shit
manhood,
crazy.
then him basically being psychoanalyzed for the rest of his life because he's running through women, but nobody's asking him why. Like, nobody's gives a damn why he does these things, or why he don't want nobody touching him, or he gets extra aggressive, or gets to flinching when like you try to initiate contact with him or whatever the case. Like, nobody gives a damn, but we supposed to hear 1,001 stories about what women went through and only what they went through, and it becomes uneven, it becomes kind of biased essentially. So yeah, I see stories of Jeezy and Ti and Ike Turner
Word.
and even
Everybody.
Kels. I listen, man. I know what we think about Kels in here, but bro was violated by his mother and his sister, bro. So I mean, I don't know what that would do to you, like me mentally, if I were to go through that and nothing happens. They don't get locked up. You know what I'm saying? They don't face any court. They don't get excommunicated from the family. Everything is just normal. Like, people just move on. Like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I see certain relationship down there, Blueface and his mama and all type of shit, bro. And I'm like, yo, like, nobody gonna say anything. Like, anybody gonna? They're not gonna get locked up. Fuck no. It is what it
That's
is.
that
So
responsive. That's the
what
only
as a
onus that I put on the person who went through the traumatic situation, Cujo. That's the only onus that I put on, is like, even though something happened to you, you still as an adult have to take the responsibility of healing on yourself. It's unfair as fuck, but you cannot utilize your what happened to you, the hurt, harm, the overstepping of the boundaries, as a justification thereafter.
I'm not saying it's a justification. I'm
I'm not
talking
saying
about
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are. But I do see a lot of people use that with certain people. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, that happened to them, so can you really blame them for X, Y, Z? Nigga, yes. You know how many people got fucked up shit happen to them from growing up in certain neighborhoods and stuff like that, and they just, hey, I got to improve. This isn't what I want for my life, and I don't want. And they did the turn and had to move and improve. Some people learned martial arts. Some people meditated. Some people went to God, Allah, Buddha, whatever. But like, you can't use the hurt and then turn around and then weaponize that hurt onto somebody else. Like, that shit is wicked, bro. If everybody did that, half of us would be fucking dead. As black men, just living our fucking lives as kids. If somebody was like, oh, somebody hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you though. But it's okay because I got hurt. And then I like, bro, that shit is nah, bro. That shit carnal as fuck. But excuse me, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, my only thing is that it should just be contextualized so that people could understand, because I mean, it's no justification for anything. Like, you do that shit, everybody knows you're gonna go to jail anyway. They're gonna throw your ass under the jail, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got to deal with being violated in jail once people find out what you did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So uh
as let me
that's a
ask
double
something, bro.
whammy. Like, but yeah, yeah, go ahead, Lucci.
As grown men, um, would you feel violated if some random chick just come grope you in a grocery store or something?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, especially
Hell yeah.
now.
I would, but the problem
Especially if
is,
it's
if I'm
unwanted.
single, if you're a single man now, if I'm
So
single,
hold
like,
on,
I do that, and she's thick,
because
I'm hollering at that violation. I'm
what
problem.
if she's
Because I'm in my
tight?
manliness.
What if she's
That's what
what?
I'm saying.
Like what if she's like, she's not just no random, like this is one of those, like, you might see me. Does attraction? This is what I guess what I'd say. Does attraction has something to do with it? Like,
Well, I
would
mean, I've
you
seen.
feel different if you look or turn and you look like, oh wow, damn, she's bad. Like, okay, compared to, oh damn, this fat ugly ass bitch that came and grabbed my shit. Like, nah, bitch, what you talking about?
Go ahead, Cujo.
Well, bro, I'm asking. I'm just trying to figure out where is the.
I mean, attraction is going to play a part into a lot of things. I mean, it plays a part
Okay.
into why, like,
So no
some.
ugly bitches come and groping you. Is basically what you said.
I mean, either
You
way,
got no fat.
either way, it's still assault, even if she was fine or not. But the thing is that the thing with that is like, okay, you say you're in the grocery store, right? So it's you having a random encounter with someone you don't know, you never seen before. They don't know if I don't even like to be touched randomly. They don't know if whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, bro, they really don't like that shit. Like, they don't like people dapping them up. They don't like people giving them hugs. None of that. Like, I know some people like, nah, I don't like to be touched unless it's consensual, and will knock your ass out if you just randomly touch me. Like, some
Well,
people
that's
really, really don't like that. Like, their space or their bodies being
But
violated, or you know what
but
I'm saying?
Lucci, but it depends on the environment to
I
me.
was just about to
Yeah.
say
Right?
that, Boone. Let's change the
Like
scenery. Let's go to the
Oh,
club. I
if I'm
just
in
okay,
the
yeah,
was
club.
trying to
club,
Yeah,
get
if
that
I'm in the
out.
strip club,
Yeah.
a
Okay.
bitch walk by, grab my
yeah,
dick,
that's different. Yeah,
I'm feeling elated at that
Okay.
moment.
right. Because it's like, yeah,
If
you
I'm
know
in the
what you're going
grocery
in there for.
store, hold on.
Yeah.
If I'm in the grocery store and
Bad
I'm
bitch.
looking for what I'm looking for, and a bitch walk by and grab my dick, I'm gonna be thrown off. Like I'm gonna be like what?
Yeah, it's like, whoa,
You
what the
feel me?
fuck is
Like
going on?
I'm here for some bread and
I've been through that. I've been through that.
No, that's what I
Go
say,
look
Bread.
her
Boone.
up. You should be
Hold on.
fine
That
as hell.
nigga
You
Boone
feel
Boone.
me?
said, "Bitch, I
Does
got a dinner plan. What the
does
fuck?"
like
attraction have something
I
to
didn't
do with it, though,
expect
Boone?
You
this
can't
on
even
the
shoot your
program.
shot
I
after
ain't
that, boy. Because you've thrown off. Like, you
Okay.
looking for, you sensing.
That's the thing. You weren't even thinking about that person. You just shoot the shot. They just randomly come up to you and they're like,
Grab
"Yeah,
you. That's
I could
crazy.
do this." I'm just like,
I'm gonna
yo.
I'm gonna be honest, Lucci. Nowadays, like
Yeah.
in my like being older now and more mature, like that would be an instant like, bitch, no, the fuck is wrong with you? Because if that's how we're starting this whole thing out, you grab my dick in Publix and you want to exchange numbers after this. I don't know what other you see what I'm saying? I don't know what other shit you gonna violate like down the road. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
As the young nigga,
Oh, you
20,
with that? You with
21.
that?
Oh, I'm clapping you in the storage closet, you daredevil ass bitch.
Oh,
I'm not
Telling you,
gonna lie, bro.
bro.
Lord.
Yeah, bro.
What you
It's
want me
just
to do? I'm
Yeah,
just being honest. When you know better, you do better. At that age, body bags, I was a wild
yeah,
nigga, bro. Like what
I'm a,
you
I'm gonna
yeah.
provide I'm gonna give like two
Yeah.
situations. I mean, I guess this wouldn't really count, but you talking about like a club setting. Where was I? I don't even remember where I was, man. Uh, Normally when I'm in the club, bro, I'm a relatively quiet dude, bro. So I don't really do too much. I'll be hugging the wall for a little minute up until like an hour in, then I'm on the dance floor because uh that first hour it be kind of you know what I'm saying? Like people just getting in, so you kind of have to wait for shit to turn up, the women to come through, yada yada yada. So I guess it was some girl's birthday or something. I don't even know. Staying at a table, bro. I'm drinking. She started handing me drinks. I don't know her from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? I just know she fine and shit. She got her Hooters dress on. She
Mm.
fine, and I'm just like, okay. She give me drinks, cool. Bro, it's like 2, 3 drinks. I'm throwing all these shits back. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
What,
I
oh,
ain't
what
even
year? What
fuck.
year was this? What year was this?
This happened this year. This happened this year.
Did
Oh,
she?
okay,
Recent,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. This,
Yeah,
this
Cujo
This
been
was
a
recent as fuck.
sophisticated sipper, bro. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. That's
this
a
happened
fucking
recently.
nigga.
So I'm like, damn, man. All right. So I'm drunk as shit. I don't know this woman. She just handing me drinks back and forth. Next thing you know, she throwing it back. Um, Now women get drunk, bro, in the club. They are a whole different person, man. Just completely different. You know what I'm saying? She started throwing it back, put a nigga on the snap and everything, and I'm like,
Oh,
Okay.
hold on,
You about
nigga.
to go there with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. So, at this point, she gets to touching me and this, that, and the third. But at that point, we already established something. So it don't fucking matter. Now, if it was
Mhm.
different in a case where I didn't know her from a can of paint,
And
she
she
just
just
walked up to me.
in the club though.
Yeah, in the club, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you got
And
going on?
grabbed
Like,
it.
nah. But
Yeah.
at that point, I was already with her damn near the whole night and shit up until that
Uh-huh.
point. It seemed, like I said, the way she was drinking, I feel like it was her birthday. She had a whole section to herself, her friends were there and shit. So I'm gonna just assume it was her B-day. She got lit, whatever, what have you. The second situation is I used to work with someone, some chick. I'm not gonna lie, she used to just walk up to random niggas like all the time, like be flirting, and then would just randomly grab them. You know what I'm saying? Just grab niggas up. And
Oh, damn.
she never would do that shit to me because I'm not gonna lie in
they
public.
grab your butt. That's different, bro.
Yeah,
What the
she did
heck?
that to every nigga, bro. Every nigga, like
Oh,
all the
you
time.
grabbed your butt. Okay. Okay.
Nah, I'm talking about the reason,
Nah.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
bro.
I thought
Yeah. She
Yeah,
go for
bro.
the yeah.
Yeah,
no.
bro.
They got some
That's
chicks like
weird.
that, Cal. I'm
Yeah, just
telling you.
randomly,
They
bro.
got some
And
chicks like that, bro.
you could tell like certain dudes were like uncomfortable, like they
Mm-hmm.
like throwing it back, but they don't even know how to react to it. That's the crazy part because like there's really no way to articulate or contextualize a man being abused. But if it were to actually happen, I don't even know if I would consider the shit assault because it's just like I don't even know, bro. But the way
It's
we react,
shocking. Yeah.
yeah, it's like what am I supposed to do? Like if it was the other way around, normally they put hands on a man. Oh damn, nigga, you just violent. I'm about to do. I'm gonna call somebody to the other way around. I don't think my initial reaction would just be to slap the shit out of a woman because it's just like, yo, what the fuck just happened?
See,
So
what you
for whatever
fucking
reason,
tell
she
them.
wouldn't do that shit with me because I'm not gonna lie in public, bro. I'm not really like the most swell person, bro. I'm like when I have somewhere to go or I'm at work, bro. I don't really, you know what I'm saying. I'm not an inviting person like that. So it's like whatever. But seeing her do that shit every day to different niggas to be flirting with them randomly while having a man at that point too, like having a whole nigga. And I'm just like,
Damn.
yo, you doing this shit every day? Like, nah, this is a bit odd. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
odd.
bro.
And she
Sometimes
was
it
alright looking, so I'm sure that
I
played a
usually tell
part.
them like, yo, if you ain't trying
Yeah,
to
she
smash
wasn't
me, bro,
ugly.
don't be touching me.
that
She
happened a
wasn't
lot
ugly,
throughout
but it
throughout
played a
school,
part
man.
into the whole them niggas like I guess I'm not gonna say being okay with it, but just like not reacting as strongly, you know what I'm saying, if she wasn't attractive. But it's like, damn, man. But I ain't gonna lie, the first chick in the first story I told, man, wherever you are, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where you at, but I
She
miss you,
married
man.
now, Cujo. Ah, he said I miss you.
You know what I'm saying?
Cujo, what the
I'm
fuck is
Yeah,
for
I'm
wrong
about to
with
say
Cal,
you?
turn,
Man,
Cal.
bro. I
listen,
thought it
man.
was turned, man. I
Married,
thought
Listen, man, she
married
fine as
women,
shit, man.
married women
big
sleep,
lady,
bro.
man.
She was fine as shit, man. Oh my man, listen, man. The crazy, I've never been to Hooters in my life for whatever reason. I think we
Yeah,
got one out here. I never went because I always used to hear the food being ass, but there's
yeah,
ass
that's
there.
not
So it's
worth it.
like,
It's not.
Yeah.
Nah.
but my thing is, I've never been the type of nigga to go to a place where I know the food is garbage and just be wasting my bread. I don't care if they're fine ass women there. So I never really went.
This
But I
bar
seen her
food be
Those
do it.
used to
looking
be number
super high.
long bags though, like all long
Who's
back
in here?
white
Who
girls,
I
bro.
see, I
Like
see.
that's what
Is
Hooter
Boom
used to
still
be,
in
bro.
here? Is Boom
Yeah,
still in here?
Long back
boom,
and big titties.
long back,
Booty
man.
has
Yeah,
big
Swimmers,
titties
yeah,
though.
like
Wait,
Boosie
Boom,
said,
Big ass
swimmers.
titties.
Boom, where you at,
man,
Boom?
listen, man. This joint didn't have no big ass teeth, but she was just a slim thick vibe. You know what I'm saying? Slim thick brown skin joint. You know what I'm saying? And man, like She gave me like at least 3 pina colada. I don't know what the fuck it was, but man, yeah, man. Listen, man.
She
I
spiked
see
that
your
shit.
ass again. I'm pinning you to the wall, man. It is what it is, man.
Shit, y'all might as well
No, hold on, Cucho. Hold on.
But yeah, we
Because
can
niggas talked about Hooters. Niggas talked about Hooters. Hold on.
Yeah, Hooters, man. The food
I,
is ass, but the ass.
I hadn't heard of this place till I moved here. Apparently they got some. I think my girl said South Florida, and then they kind of like go up in the Northeast and Midwest. There's this place here, niggas, called Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks, yeah, Twin Peaks. They don't play it now. They don't play it now.
My God.
They don't play it now, Cujo.
Twin Peaks, you hear me, Lucci? Do you hear me?
Damn,
Bro,
I thought they would have had some of those in Florida, man.
No, in South Florida, like of course near the Miami area.
Yeah, they are over down. Yeah,
I got a homie that's in Florida, man. I might have to tell her to put me on.
Twin Peaks, brother.
Man.
They in there. I went with my lady. Me and my lady sitting there like, damn.
Twin Peaks sound like they got ass
Twin Peaks, son.
You hear me, body bag?
This Hooters 2.0s, man. Like it's a whole level,
it really's like it's really
ain't
like
no long backs, ain't none of that bullshit there, man.
I'm telling you, niggas. I'm telling, and the food is actually fire, nigga. You're not wasting bread. The food is fire. They got like 30-something fucking 50-inch TVs, all the games on at once. The drinks are not crazy expensive. I'm looking at this shit like, how the fuck is Hooters still around?
Yeah, that Brittany and them, Cal.
Oh my, no, not here where I went. Not here where I went, nigga. Shout out to the A, nigga.
That ain't Brittany and them.
Yeah, I got you.
I never heard of that. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, Lucci, I swear for God, you ever come near this motherfucker, bro? I'm pointing because the RBE events be like 15, 20 minutes away from the joint I went to. It wasn't no fucking Patty Mae and Susan in there, nigga. They was
that was Brittany now.
You hear me? Vanessa. In there, boy.
I'm gonna check that joint out, man. I'm gonna definitely check that joint out because
you're not gonna never go to Hooters again.
For what?
Shout out to old girl
ass though, bro.
Man. Listen, man, her drink.
Hooters more universal.
Yeah, Hooters food ass though, man. I don't like
really
that.
Is.
Yeah, that's why that's exactly why I never went, Lucci. Like that's why I never went. But
that'd be number old men being there watching them little girls, bro. Like, I be see what's be going on in there, fam. I'm not gonna lie,
that's
man.
why I said.
Come on, man. Them brothers sitting at the bar and shit or whatever. Like,
yeah, Hooters, Lucci, Hooters.
Buffalo Wild Wings was better than Hooters. High key.
But you gotta be what 17, 18 to work in there, so
legal.
You can't catch no charge. You gotta be 18 to work in there, so you can't catch no charge.
Adult women in there. I didn't know there was teenagers.
No, they're like late teens, early 20s in Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay. So you're meeting like freshmen at the latest sophomore year in college. At the very latest sophomore year in college.
Wow.
And I was going there as a kid, like playing varsity. Like, damn, you at the community college? I might have to. Let me.
Hey man.
Hooters is the place where you take your son and shit on when you want to pit him on to some bitches and shit. Like, all right, you see how you like these white titties. They big, ain't they? That's what I got.
I see the variety, right? We were just talking about abuse to now, you know what I'm saying? Hooters, man. That's what I be talking about, man. I appreciate the variety, man, and the conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. Robbie, man. You from Jersey? I'm from Jersey, man. We're gonna have to hit one of these spots up, man.
Twin Peaks.
I already looked up. There's none bias.
About to say, damn,
we got to go out of state, man.
That freak boy. He gonna love that.
Yeah, I know. Robbie got this the Gentlemen's Club plug. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put me on, man. Cause there be some joints out here I never really go to because I never saw the appeal of strip club. I'm gonna just be honest. I never really saw the appeal, but some changed my mind recently. So
have you been? Before?
Yeah. No, I've never been. Yeah, I never been.
Nah, you gotta, because you got. I think your whole experience, and how you look at strip clubs will change once you go to a real strip club. I'm not
You
talking
gotta
about
go
these
to you
little.
gotta go to one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like a. You go out of
You
town
probably
to
been in some
Atlanta or
titty
some shit
bars.
like that. Like, not. I'm talking about a real strip club. That,
I got.
yeah. Once you go to
I'm
a
with you,
real strip
Cujo.
club,
I'm
yeah,
with you,
it'll be
Cujo.
different.
I haven't been. I'm gonna go to my first one here.
Oh, you gonna
Yeah,
go to, yeah, Cal? You.
Oh yeah, Lucci, yeah, Lucci, yeah,
if y'all
Lucci.
didn't
Is
know,
V
man.
live out there, Cal?
Hey, but
Is
hey,
it V
Cal, don't
live?
but you from Florida. They got King of Diamonds though.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
surprised we
was,
ain't been here.
mind you, by the time I was like 18 or whatever, like the places that I was going, they weren't like real strip clubs, body bags. Like it was like niggas with money who had bitches dancing, getting naked,
Oh, okay.
type
That's
shit.
titty. Yeah, them like titty bars. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
Yeah, them titty bars.
it's not a strip club. You see what I'm saying? So like I'm talking about real strip club. Like I'm going here.
Yeah, so
I told
like
myself it was either down in Miami, here in Atlanta, um, or like out there in Cali, just off of some like weird childhood watching weird shit on TV as a kid. Like those are my three places. I was like, no, my first experience is gonna be one of these three joints. So
bro, I
Cujo,
brought my.
check the private chat, Cujo. Check the private chat in a second.
I
All right,
brought my
man.
girl to the strip club, bro. She was so frightened when the girl started like bouncing her coochie in her face and shit like that. She was like, she didn't
Brother.
like, yeah, I had to get her. She wanted me to get a lap dance. So I like, nah, you get a fucking lap dance. I want to see you get a lap dance. Or the girl went to put that coochie and all that shit in her face, man. To look at my girl's face, I was like, oh shit. This not gonna work. Nah, I know this not gonna work, bro.
Brother's terrible, man.
This ain't gonna work, bro.
But yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got you, Cal. I see. Yeah, 'cause I saw that trailer, man.
Yeah, I'm loading it up right now. I got you. Give me a second, brother.
Man.
Yeah.
You want to go into it now, or we could.
No. Go do the
okay.
last one. I want to stay on protocol. You know, I don't want to mess up the
Okay.
shit.
Two places we can go, man. We go to hip hop, or we could do this movie topic, man. What brothers want to do, man? Since we here, man. Movies and music, man.
What's
The movie topic is underrated action stars. That's the movie topic, and then the music is your favorite verses from your favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? If I even remember some of y'all favorite rappers' verses, but yeah, that's the last two remaining topics. Or we could just choose one, and you know what I'm saying. Then we could go into the Magical Negro joint because that trailer is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I say we choose one of them two, and then let Cal get, you know what I'm saying, get his bars off. But shit, I'd rather do
I can.
that action star topic though.
Yeah,
All
because
right, bet.
I only remember one versus that was powerful to me on a rap side. Well, two from on the rap side that were powerful to me, and that was Locks and fuck.
Which version of the Locks? I mean, so many. Like,
No, it was where Jada did. My bad. It was the joint where Jada did the freestyle and he was rapping. He did the New York and he was like, "I'm not performing over my vocals." Like in the big
oh yeah.
arena joint, he was like, "He's a pussy, you dick, y'all." Like that shit where he did the freestyle on the New York shit as well. That was crazy.
That was the verses. Yeah.
And then fucking Jeezy and Gucci was crazy. As just being a kid growing up listening to that shit, that was crazy to me. So yeah, I'm down with the action star stuff too. I can't hold you.
All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually down to do that one as well, because we are movie guys in here, you know what I'm saying, movie buffs and whatnot. Honestly, man, we know. Listen, man. We know the major action stars in here. The Keanu's and the Matt Damon's, Tom Cruises. Them guys. But there are ones, man, that don't really get mentioned enough that I feel like we could shine a light on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna come up with one. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, in my opinion, he's powerful, but like he's not. For whatever reason, he's just not as notable or considered as notable as like Arnold and Sylvester. I think he's like 1B from them, to be honest. And that's Kurt Russell, man. Body bags and once to be brought back up on the stage and whatnot. But I was just watching Escape from what's the joint? Escape from New York.
Mm.
Man, that shit aged really well, man. Like that shit aged really, really well. Like Kurt Russell, really one of them niggas, man. I don't know. He just flies under the radar. Like nigga got a legendary movie for like each decade, man, and he just doesn't get the respect. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like in his heyday, he was being overshadowed by other actors. I mean, in the 80s, you had Arnold and Sylvester. You know what I'm saying? And Tom Cruise, and a host of other niggas. So the 90s, they got even, man, Wesley and you still had Arnold, you still had Sylvester. Who else was in the 90s? Keanu was on the come up. Jackie Chan. So yeah, there was a lot of niggas.
Jackie Chan, my nigga. Yeah, he the GOAT. Yeah, remember talking about him? Yeah, stunt guy. I had to punch for that nigga. Try to get him out of here.
Thank God.
Nigga Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom. All these niggas want to do stunts and shit. Yeah. And that nigga back in Jackie Chan don't got the catalog. He got a catalog, like when it comes to like his action movies compared to other like white action stars like John Paul Van Damme and shit. Like they got like classic. And that's one thing I feel like Jackie Chan might be a little bit under him as far as like shit he do. Nah, they ain't fucking with him. Like, as far as the movements and shit, and being an action star, yeah, nah. Them niggas need stunt doubles and shit. You realize this. Like, I can go.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to to my nigga Jackie, man, he's a legend. But hey, man, my nigga Kurt, man, he got shit like The Thing. He got Escape from New York. He got Tango and Cash, Tombstone, Stargate, Executive Decision, Escape from LA, Breakdown, Soldier. Oh my! I mean, come Sky High, nigga. Poseidon, Death Proof. Come on, man. The Hateful Eight. If niggas even want to count that.
No, Hateful Eight was fire. I don't know. I hate when niggas skip that shit. That shit was fire.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, like bro got a dope catalog, man. Like he got a dope. If y'all could come up with any other underrated action stars, you know what I'm saying?
I got one that's very underrated stateside. Donnie Yen is one of my favorite underrated. Like I know he's not looked at like an action star, but every time I see him in some action shit, he is fire. More times than not, the movie will be like okay to but like watching him do the shit on camera is like, I don't know, bro. It's just different. Like in my opinion, watching it. Skill wise, I would put him with the guys that we know stateside, like especially like the martial artists from the East. Obviously, the like Jackies, Bruce's, Jet Li's, so on and so forth. He doesn't get that same look. You know what I'm saying? But like even in the limited roles that he has in like the newest John Wick, I feel like he was John Wick's. I feel like he was a great character. And like watching his martial arts there, like again, his shit looks like realistic martial arts. It doesn't look like Michael Bay explosion behind a kick. It's like, no, he's in here countering, parrying, moving around, anticipating move. Like that shit looks amazing to me. So
I agree.
Yeah, I got Donnie Yen, man.
Oh yeah, Donnie Yen one of them niggas, man. Yeah.
I see, Boom, you unmuted, but I don't know if you if talking or not.
You
But
know
yeah,
who used to be to me? I thought he was on his way, but I think he said the Mummy movies, Brendan Fraser, they took a toll on his body. He was dealing with a lot of stuff. So like, I feel like when I was watching him, I feel like he was gonna
I
be.
like that.
Huh?
yeah,
I
he's more
like
Yeah, I
like
that.
a
feel like he
killer.
was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like because I know the Mummy movies. Although now I look
Yeah,
back,
them action type movies. Yeah.
they didn't really age all that well. When I look
No, they
back,
didn't.
I don't know about that. That third one, I don't know, but them other two classics.
I like
That,
body bag, not body bags. Cujo. I like. I'm not gonna hold you. I think certain movies, like that's the weird line. Certain movies walk between being like classics and like pillars of their era.
right?
Because
Yeah,
I love the first Mummy.
yeah.
I love it. You remember like all of the joints, all of those weird scenes where my nigga was wearing like 13 gold pieces with all different religious pendants on them. And he was just pulling them bitches out one by one, speaking the prayer incantation. Oh, that didn't work. Switch to the other one. Like shit like that is like, damn, this is some real 2000s late, like very late 90s shit, like right here. And it was just like, damn, this is good. As soon as niggas started to get into like bringing the rock into it and everything, it was like, oh, okay.
yeah, the Rock. No, the Rock. That's what fucked it up. That second Mummy was actually pretty good. That CGA Rock was fucked it up, and then they made Scorpion King, which didn't even tie to the motherfucking movie.
And then the Tom Cruise Mummy within the past 5 years? I think that was like 5.
Oh yeah, that shit. That didn't even make sense. Like I'm like, that was worse than the Jet Li one. The Jet Li one, what hurt that one is they got rid of the wife. I feel like the girl that played his wife they had such a good chemistry when they played the first two mummies. They changed the wife. I feel like that sometimes changing the role can hurt you like that, making Fox shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This nigga Donnie Yen is 60 years old.
I didn't even know. Damn.
This nigga does not look a day over 45, bro. That's crazy as fuck.
Man, brother aged gracefully, man.
Crazy as fuck. Shout out to him. But no, I agree. There's a few people that deserve these. I think Jason Statham is one of them. I feel like few people have those joints. Like I think if Michael B. Jordan had a better agent, I think he would be in that view. Because Jason Statham had correct me if I'm wrong, I think like 4 Transporter movies or something, like 3 or 4 Transporter movies. He had like Crank. He had a bunch of other shit. Then he's in like the Fast and Furious universe. He does random movies. I think like something that just happened, Operation Fortune or something like that. And he'll randomly do some movies, but it's like when you see him, you know some action shit's happening. He was in the Megalodon movie. I think Michael B. Jordan did the Creeds, and it's like, oh, this is like every action guy needs a series himself. Schwarzenegger has like the Terminator, so on and so forth. But it's like every guy has their shit, and that's why I feel like The Rock is not an action star because he doesn't have that.
He got Jumanji.
Jumanji
No, that's not his shit.
Bro, that's not his shit. You making me mad, Marab. See,
I mean, I looked at a couple lists of underrated action stars that I've seen. They got Michael Jai White on here. They got Michelle Rodriguez, Frank Grillo. I actually fuck with Frank Grillo. He's actually dope. What movie I could say that he was in where giving out? Oh yeah, he was an antagonist in the Purge joint from Purge Anarchy. That was him. I fuck with Frank Grillo.
Oh,
I can't believe they still make those.
Oh, I want to say this.
Yeah, they did shoot him like a couple years ago, but yeah.
He's not really an action star. He do action movies. Anthony Mackie is better than most niggas in Civil War. And
where's Mackie right now?
Because War Machine was ass. Iron Man, he be getting his ass beat, but he just look cool. The Arrow, who the fuck is you, nigga? You just another version of the Green Arrow. You really don't give a fuck. Like, I watched the whole. They made him into a bitch. Like, come on, man. I'm sitting there watching what Anthony Mackie's doing in that movie. I'm like, it's actually pretty much better than most of the other niggas in the movie. So like, I just wanted to say that. Y'all can hate me, I don't give a fuck.
And I know you're gonna be the one to support the brother. You know, I know you. You know, Anthony and all that. But listen, man. We know how I feel about the brother, man. We it's already been established.
I was just talking about him being
Yeah,
an injury.
Nah. This is definitely Anthony Mackie hate
Robbie,
count
shut up
over
on this
here.
shit.
The brother is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? As an actor and a human being. Anybody that plays Tupac the way he did, man, needs to be eradicated from society, man.
To be honest with you, the Tupac, can't nobody play Tupac. It's too hard to play Tupac. So just take the role and do your best.
I disagree with you. That's a conversation for another time. I disagree, but I think I'm looking at a couple of names. Cujo, this man, I'm surprised he doesn't get brought up in these conversations often. This motherfucker Antonio Banderas, is fucking fire. When you look at his catalog and the roles that he's played, why the fuck doesn't Antonio Banderas? Why doesn't this nigga get brought up, bro?
He got shit like Assassin, Zorro. What else?
He's Hispanic. That's
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, one of my favorite movies ever.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Desperado.
He's from Spain, though. He's European.
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah. What that mean, nigga?
So is Gerard Butler. He's a good action actor. Like, the fuck does that mean?
I was responding to Body.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I get what you're saying, but he's Spain. He's Spanish.
Yeah. You think that plays into why he isn't as famous as he is? Or as rated high?
It might be. It might. You know, I was just saying something. Just keeping details.
You think people think he's Mexican?
A lot of people do.
Okay, you wild.
A lot of people do. A lot of people think a lot of middle of America Americans think he's Mexican. Definitely. No question about it.
Yeah,
no
I think
question
so too.
about it. Like,
shit, since you talking about him, we might as well bring up Danny Trejo too. He's very underrated.
God tier. That man, bro. How many niggas you know who got famous and stay famous being themselves, Cujo?
Right.
And he does like other shit too. Like, I know this is action movie talk, but he does like other shit too. It's pretty good.
And he actually has his series. Machete is his shit. Like,
that's a fact. Yeah. This nigga was in everything, bro. From Dusk Till Dawn, Desperado, Heat. What else did he do? Yeah, he did a Machete joint. He was in Spy Kids. Shit, what else I'm seeing? Reindeer Games, Anchorman, Grindhouse, Con Air. Like, yo, yeah, Hangman's Daughter. Oh yeah, that was the Dusk Till Dawn joint. Yo, he was in Reindeer Games too. Wow, what the fuck? I remember this joint I watched not too long ago. It's called Badass. That he did.
I've seen that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was also a film series too. There's like 3 of them because he also did the joint with Danny Glover and shit. That shit was fire. But yeah, this nigga was in The Replacement Killers, Point Blank. God damn, bro.
Cooking.
Yeah, Night Stalker. Oh man, he was also in Once Upon a Time in Mexico as well. Wow. The Devil's Rejects. I mean, damn.
That's
I think he was in Crank as well.
Mexican.
I could have sworn he was in Crank as well, if I'm not too mistaken. But yeah, bro got a lot, man.
Ooh, Cujo. I got one for the women's. I got one for the women. Angelina Jolie, nigga.
I was just about to say it, yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
My favorite white bitch.
Yeah, she got a dope
movie.
Fault.
This shit wasn't even that good.
Thinking Live.
She did the first Laura
Thing?
Croft. She
Lord,
did Beowulf.
Tomb Raider,
Yep.
Beowulf.
She was cooking. Gone in 60
Soft.
Seconds. Bone Collector.
Ooh.
She was
Whoa.
cooking. She was
Once
fucking.
she was soft, she was
Yeah,
a
the
woman,
recent good she
missing
just
what's
did.
name?
Oh, Hell's Kitchen. I got to double back on Hell's Kitchen. I can't remember. Original Sin. I got to double back on that. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Oh,
Well,
she
it's
got
not
some.
necessarily a classic, but it's a dope movie.
Yeah, I be remembering covers. I don't remember plots of movies or shit after a while. I can't hold you.
Wanted is fire. Wanted is soft. Wanted is
Wanted.
soft. Alright.
Wanted
Okay.
might not necessarily be as good on the playback as I initially thought, but it's still a good watch. I will
Soft
say. It's
fire.
still good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's still a good watch, but now I'm looking back, it's like, but yeah, it's still a dope movie. Damn, she really got some good credits, man. Even the joint that just recently she did, the Paramount Plus joint, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they got my nigga Scott Atkins on the list too. Nigga played Boyka from I think Undisputed. Them shits was fire. I always loved his character, so that's definitely dope.
Oh, we gotta state bro's name when we have these conversations, Cujo, because he don't get mentioned often. Wesley Snipes is another underrated brother.
You think he's underrated?
I definitely do. I definitely do. As far as the joints outside of the shit that we know him for, so outside of the Blades, outside of that, like when we look at his performance in some of these movies, let me go and find one. I think Liberty Stands Tall is one of my favorites. Demolition Man, New Jack City.
Right.
Let me see. The Recall was, I saw that at a weird time in my life. That was dope. Brooklyn's Finest was cold as fuck. Art of War, dope as fuck. Going down, going down, going down, going down. Yeah, not Stands Tall. Liberty Stands Still is what I'm thinking about. Down in the Delta was different, if you know what you're watching for. Yeah, that was pretty much it though. Like White Man Can't Jump isn't an action flick. Yeah, no, I think he goes in the same box as Donnie Yen to me. Like him, when I see him in certain shit, his performance is good. More times than not, the movie's probably not the best, but he's good. Like, so just want to give that brother a shout out.
I mean, I wouldn't say, because he's way more known overall than the one that actually. But I can see what you're saying. He probably does knowledge in Hollywood realm as an action star, but we know his body of work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I get that too.
That's real. That played in Underworld.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah,
I would say she's very underrated. Man. I ain't gonna lie. He's been doing the Underworld films for like 10 years now, man. Like,
I mean,
plus
her husband's
the
guy. Her husband's the guy that does the movies, but we'll let that rock though.
Oh, that's wild. I never knew that.
Yeah, go look at that name. Go look at them names. Go look at. Yeah, that's essentially a vanity project for a couple. Like that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean that plus Van Helsing, which I also fucked with heavy. Like I haven't seen that in years, but that shit was fire. Shit was fire, man.
I feel like nowadays it would be cringe fire, but I don't know.
What? That shit was
No,
fire,
it ain't.
man.
I rewatched it. It ain't crazy. It's alright. I used to get her mixed up with the Resident Evil girl. I ain't gonna lie. They kind of look the same.
Oh yeah, Mia. She was joining Fifth Element too. She's also underrated. And she was in He Got Game, Resident Evil, and the joint I just mentioned, Fifth Element. So yeah, she got some shit on her belt. But yeah, the Resident Evil joints, they got progressively worse as time went on. So
yeah,
she's also married to the director of the film. So yeah.
Oh, they smart. They smart. I'm hearing it.
Secure the
Getting
bag.
bag. Period.
Does my man's I know his last name. Thank you. Chris Hemsworth. Does Chris Hemsworth make it there without Thor to niggas?
What does he have outside of Thor?
He
Yeah.
has the extraction, the 2 extractions on
That's
Netflix.
after.
Oh yeah. Fire.
No, I'm saying just remove Thor. I'm not saying
Oh,
Thor
okay.
doesn't pay. I'm just saying take
Use
the
Thor.
Thor shit out. You have the extraction joints. I know a lot of people didn't see Spiderhead. That was a very underwhelming movie. Let me go down. Oh, never mind. Men in Black flopped. Bad Times at the El Royale was fire. I don't know if y'all saw. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see
No.
that?
I remember that movie. I don't remember watching it. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna check it out just because you mentioned it. So
It's a very Tarantino-esque movie, Cujo. Like multiple storylines converging on one point. Like it's a very okay. Very good sleeper. Damn, he does have some shit, but yeah, he doesn't really lead like that.
So what about Liam Neeson? Even though he played the same motherfucker certain movie.
Nah, he's
I would
cold.
say he's overrated more
he's-
than underrated.
He overrated.
That
He's
nigga,
in the category, but he overrated.
Look at the past few joints. The nigga did Taken, which is one of the criterias of being an action star. You need your own series. He did Taken. The nigga played Qui-Gon Jinn for Star Wars Episode 1 in the early 2000s.
That's fire.
The nigga played, I think he played fucking the Lion in The Lion and the Witch in the Wardrobe.
I think he was Batman's mentor.
He was
Like fire.
He's backed by a lot of existing filmographies. Let me go pull up his shit because I just saw something from him in the 80s that was very fucking ass. Hold on.
Yeah, I would say
he got some other shit on Netflix that's pretty cool though. You know what I'm saying?
He's too big of a notable name to really be like considered underrated.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
he just
lie,
doesn't get mentioned as.
Oh, perfect example, Cujo. No nigga can be underrated when they're in a film like The Schindler's List. He was the lead in Schindler's List, bro. Like,
yeah, he's not like Gerard Butler, you know what I'm saying, or Frank Grillo or Danny Trejo at all. But
he's borderline in the same. He's borderline. Again, he's borderline in the same realm as a Harrison Ford, damn near. Like when it comes to being attached to long-standing properties, and you can just be like, there can just be another Indiana Jones movie. There can be another Han Solo movie. Like there can just, you see what I'm saying? Like you're good, my nigga. Like you don't count.
Another one I see they got on the list is Maggie Q. You know what I'm saying? Old girl from Live Free or Die Hard, the Asian chick. You know what I'm saying? From the Bruce Willis joint. Yeah, Maggie Q. She was in Nikita as well, the TV show.
Let me see. I'm better with faces. My bad. It's a disorder.
I got about Michelle Yeoh.
Oh shit, I know her.
Yeah, she's not underrated also, but I would say she's not as recognized as people would like to think up until recently. So yeah, you might have a point with that one.
Hey Cujo, how you feel about Michelle Yeoh?
Michelle Yeoh's dope. I don't know if you've seen the hold up.
Oh, the Everything Everywhere at Once? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Fire.
I heard it was fire. He was mad.
Yeah, you definitely could check it out, man. It's a very dope film. Man, that movie puts you in like so many emotions, man. It's really it's a heavy ride, man. Pause, man. But wow, that was a wild pause.
I wasn't gonna judge you, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it's a roller coaster ride of a film.
Body bags, you ain't doing shit tomorrow. Sit down with 2 blunts, my nigga. Sit down with 2 blunts and your favorite food and watch that movie.
Yeah, it's a dope film, man. Shout out to her. She won an award for that shit, man. I think she won an award for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the most notable ones is Danny Trejo, Scott Adkins, Frank Grillo. We just mentioned Antonio. Jason Statham would be in that bag if a lot of his films didn't do as well as they did, but I could see, you know what I'm saying, why some people would consider underrated. But he He done did the Transporter joint. He got Crank. He got the joint he did with Jet Li. I think it's called Shoot to Kill. The Mechanic.
Fire. Oh, I forgot.
You know what I'm saying? That also became a
Oh,
series. Hobbs and Shaw. Niggas in Fast and
that's
Furious.
fire.
Yeah,
So,
he got a lot of credited work. You know what I'm saying? So
I wanna stand back on some of my friends. Like Cal said some good shit. He said if one of them actors had better names, now
Body
to all
bags,
the black
you
actors out
breaking
there,
up a little bit,
to all
body
the
bags, because I want to hear you. What
to
you
all the
saying?
black actors out there, to all the black actors out there, even the ones niggas like Anthony Mackie, y'all just make sure you got good management, bro. Even the niggas that's doing the cases and shit, make sure y'all got good management, bro, because it like you get in situations. Sometimes you might have bad films. Sometimes you might have films that's good, but then you got films like that's not bad. I can't even like the reason why I fuck with that nigga Anthony Mackie is because I watched that movie Ultra Card and I seen how what he could do. Then I'm like, damn nigga, if you just do shit like this, then you'll be good. And you're an up and coming black actor, but you gotta be cringy sometimes and get pinned to the wall by Sweet Tooth in a fucking TV show and fuck up my favorite video game and shit. So like, just make sure you get right management, bro. So niggas ain't leading you down the wrong way road, and shit, having you playing Tupac and shit, stuff like that. That shit okay. It bothers me. That's like watching my black actors go through that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
hey man, I mean, hey.
No. I body bags, not body bags, Cujo. When we do joints like these, I think it would be good to reach out to our boy Jesse Pinkman in the
Oh yeah.
Discord.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that man is like an encyclopedia when it comes to like cinema. I know myself, I know people's faces. That man can list off names, when they debuted, highest gross. Like he's like that. That man does total recast of movies off the hip.
It's a
Like
fact.
Hey,
shout out to
so
bro.
what's the name of that? Sorry, what's the name of that black dude that was supposed to play Blade?
Marshall
Supposed to
Holly.
play. He is playing. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still playing it.
And yeah, he had a new movie. Did y'all see it? On Netflix. Some niggas like it, some niggas don't. Called
no, let's
we
see.
got Julia Roberts. And we got the nigga that played Doctor Strange in that shit.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, Leave Earth. It has
Oh,
a good message
leave the
to it.
world behind. Leave the world behind.
Yeah, the message behind it is really good. You won't be able to guess something like really good. Some people ain't like to say stuff about it, but just watch it.
I fuck with Mahershala. He's a dope actor, so I'm gonna check it. I just seen somebody post a review of that shit. Funny enough, so I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I think this pretty much covers you know what I'm saying, this topic. You know what I'm saying, so we could definitely get into you know what I'm saying, Cal's segment. You know what I'm saying, because ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that shit, man. Yeah, you might as well break it down, brother.
Let me play something random really quick. Um, see if brothers can actually hear my
Okay.
boom boom boom. Can y'all hear this?
Let me see. Oh, the video not playing. Is it?
Yes, playing.
Oh
I
no,
got
I don't hear it.
No.
No, I don't hear nothing.
All right, cool. So let me do this instead. I'll give y'all the breakdown like Cujo does. You see what I'm saying? Let me give y'all the rundown of this shit. There was this movie that was announced a couple months ago called The American Society of Magical Negroes, right? How they initially presented it, it looked like essentially Hogwarts for Black people that was established early on. And everybody was pretty excited about it. They had like some different type of wizardry going on, spells happening, blah blah blah, magic powers, some weird sleight of hand stuff going on. People were very excited. The full trailer actually dropped today. And part of me was already kind of bracing for bullshit. Because bro is in it. Give me a second while I find his face. I know he's a Wayans. Give me a second. Because I'm trying to be nice. I really, really want to be nice. No. Why do I think Wayans? Shout out to him. I know your name. Thought you were Wayans by your face. David Allen Greer.
Yep.
The reason I thought you were Wayans because you're in very close proximity to the Wayans historically throughout your career when it comes to the things that I remember. So like the Blank Man, Living Color, things like that. I assumed in the top. Damn, you're in a lot of fucking Wayans brothers movies. God damn. So I'm thinking this is like something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's some magical shit. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. Go ahead. They dropped the full trailer. There is a well-known literary device that is referred to as, it's a trope, rather, called the magical Negro. The magical Negro has presented itself in various ways, like the Green Mile, when Michael Clark Duncan played this like mystical Negro who could heal Tom Hanks's urinary tract infection by grabbing his dick. Shit like that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Cujo, but tell me I'm lying, Cujo.
I mean, hey.
Stop me when I'm lying, Cujo. A black person who's just magical, a black person who comes into a movie and the movie's based off of the white protagonist. The black man comes in. If Cujo's white, I come up to Cujo as a magical Negro and say, "Hey, Cujo, the early bird gets the first worm, but if your name is Cujo, you're a dog on the hunt." Say some stupid, very ambiguous shit like that, and it helps you sync up what you need to sync up, and you're a more successful white person. That is the magical Negro. I hold no purpose outside of being Cujo's guiding light. That's it. That's what this movie was based off of. And then it took it and flipped it on its head, and instead of it being a black Hogwarts, it comes out to be these are literally that trope in a movie. And the movie isn't even a fantasy, action, adventure, anything. It's a fucking romantic comedy about the magical Negro having to help a white man get better in his life. And it's a rom-com because the magical Negro likes the white girl that the white guy that he's helping needs to get with. What type of fucking stupid shit is this, bro?
Blindside, is that a magical Negro?
Well, not really. In real life, he was to them, but how he was depicted in the movie, he was an illiterate fuck who needed a white savior, which is another trope in literature. So, like, it's some weird shit that's happening to where the snake is eating its own tail. So this is what's happening right now. And I saw it, and I instantly was like, man, fuck this movie. Because I thought it was something completely different. And then I go on Twitter as I'm scrolling, just chilling. And it seems like the rest of us, people who look like us, shout out to you, Marabi, but the people who look like us, minus Marabi, are feeling the same. Like, what type of bullshit is this? And upset. And the white people don't know why we don't like this idea. And personally, I'm looking at David Allen Greer like, what the fuck are you doing? Because why the fuck are you doing? And Justice Smith, my nigga, you do not have enough cachet to do no stupid ass shit. I clicked on your face and I see some other Jaden Smith looking like shit. Never mind, bro. I'm not even gonna do that to you. Like, this shit utterly fucking ridiculous. And I'm disappointed. I feel like they knew what they were doing with the advertising of this by giving us segmented versions of the trailers. I just feel like this shit is very, very disappointing and disheartening to the people who do write shit like this, who need the financial backing to give us that. Like black magic archetype stories of like nonfiction diving into fantasy and sci-fi. Like, we don't get those a lot. So like for them to try and sucker punch us into fucking with this shit is stupid. My bad. That's essentially that. So with that being said, how do y'all feel about, if you even saw this, because it hasn't really popped just yet. It's not close enough to release yet. Like, how do y'all feel about this?
Sounds like a coon fest. To be completely honest. Man, these movies are never gonna stop being produced. I'm not gonna hold you. I think when I first heard it be announced, I thought it was just a play on the actual term. I didn't know they were actually gonna be magical. Um, and then for it to just be basically devolve into the man just chasing after a white woman. Man, it's lackluster, man. They could have turned this shit into something way different. Like could have been some Harry Potter shit, man, or Percy Jackson, but instead it's just some black comedy about, and black meaning dark comedy, um, about a biracial dude falling in love with a white woman and being magical, essentially. So man, that shit corny, man. It's not fire at all. Not like we haven't seen this concept already, goddamn it. So it makes it even more annoying. But I guess this is shit that sells, and that shit probably not even gonna. It might not even do all that well, considering people really only go to movies unless they really, really have to, unless some movie that's really, really worth watching, and that shit doesn't sound like it's anything significant for real. So I can see that shit flopping at the box office. Um, I don't know, man. Like that shit sound trash, man. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. Like,
No, I feel you. I feel you. I'm slightly just disappointed, Cujo. Can't hold you. Um, I don't know. I thought we would get something different, honestly.
yeah,
Um, because it's not like it's a super secret anymore. Like black people like things outside of hip hop, like anime and like I said, sci-fi and fantasy and everything else like that. Ironically enough, this is the same dude who was in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
hmm.
Um, he was, I forget his exact role, but he was essentially like a sorcerer or a wizard, a magic user of some kind, that was trying to come to grips with who he was and his power. Um, and I'm looking at that and being like, oh, so he's moving forward doing this, kind of like how old boy did for a little bit. What's Edward's name from Twilight? Batman.
So
Um,
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Like taking that, like I'm playing more so like fictional shit, and I'm just gonna lean into it as I need to. I'm like, oh, so you're trying to do something like that. And I'm thinking it's gonna be that, and I'm like, okay, so this magical Negro, like y'all literally meant the trope that we're trying
Right.
to get away from. Like, the
Such
fuck
a
is gonna
trash
be
concept.
next? Like a Larry Bird biopic, Cujo, where it's a black janitor in fucking Boston who's like, hey, maybe you should shoot off your left foot this time. This unnamed nigga who just helped his fucking career and we don't hear shit about. Like, what the fuck is?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I think this shit is extremely derivative and disrespectful as fuck. But
I'm not gonna lie. The next show, man, there gotta be a topic, man. Like as far as the quality, keyword quality of black films. You know what I'm saying? And like, what's been the last like black movie classic in like the last 10 years? I would say. Just to really get niggas quick, cause like realistically, we used to have shit like Brown Sugar and The Wood and Love and Basketball, and you know what I'm saying? The last notable one for real was the Best Man Holiday sequel. That was actually pretty good. But I don't think we've had anything like that, you know what I'm saying, since then. That's probably like 10 years ago.
do you
Maybe even
think
longer than that.
Do you think that they fall into the same demographic as weed movies?
That's
Like
a
when
good
you think
question.
about black classic movies, those started ending around the same time as weed classic movies. Harold and Kumar, so and such and such.
Oh, okay. I mean, Friday's in that category, but we consider that a black. You know what I'm saying? It's still a black movie, a
Yep,
black
and
classic
that was
movie.
around that same era as well.
Yep. So I mean, yeah, I could, I could see what you're saying. I'm trying to think. I guess maybe Girls Trip. You know what I'm saying? Where the cast was black for the most part. Tiffany Haddish, Issa Rae. I think Jada Pinkett was in that joint too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
looking to fuck on a young
that's
nigga
it.
then
Yeah.
too.
Okay,
So what about
okay.
you said girl trip? Fucking young nigga. Girl trip.
I
What
heard it
about that?
was
What's that
good.
other
People
movie?
was fucking with it.
Think Like a Man. That they had.
Oh wow, damn! I forgot about
Yeah,
that joint. Yeah. Think
I
Like a
think
Man 1
I
and
think
2.
Nope, not Nope. I'm sorry. I think Get Out is that
Hmm.
classic because Us is debatable. A lot of people didn't like Nope. Or
I like those.
it's either Nope or I'm sorry, it's either Get Out or Harder They Fall, in my
Oh,
opinion.
okay. I would
Harder They
say some with an all
Fall.
black
Yeah.
cast.
Harder They
Yeah,
Fall.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So how did they fall? Yeah.
what about that? I don't know. That's based off some true shit though. That King woman King shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
nah, that didn't resonate how we thought it was gonna resonate.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's for us. I don't think white people really care shit like
but
that.
I don't think it hit
It
like
it didn't. It
yeah, it
didn't.
didn't really hit our
Yeah, it
community
didn't
like
really. Yeah,
that.
it didn't really.
And
I fuck with it. I fuck with it, but like, I
I'll be
guess
honest, that shit was very predictable. As a black man, my damn self, I'm looking at it
it
like
was.
that's your daughter,
It
ain't it?
was.
Face ass. Like
Yeah,
I'm looking like
yeah.
that's what we
It
fucking
was. It was definitely predictable. I fucked with it even though it's predictable. I think that's what it was. It was too predictable, but I think people liked it.
okay, fair enough. But yeah, I think it's Get Out and Harder They Fall.
Yeah,
I don't think we have classic rom coms anymore because I don't
I
even think
agree.
that there are a lot of classic rom coms anymore. Mainstream
Yeah,
wise.
yeah. Movie studios don't really care to do those type of films. I would say Disney, with them acquiring Marvel and the last 4 to 5 years, a lot of these movies are basically trying to emulate a lot of the Marvel formula. CGI, women, tropes.
Women.
Yeah,
Yeah,
women
same sex
tropes.
stuff. Yeah, same sex
Um,
scenes, shit like that.
you know what I'm saying? The nigga being a lead actor in his own movie, but then being overshadowed by three other niggas in his own movie. That type of shit. So a lot of these studios don't really care to, you know what I'm saying? Like the rom coms ain't really even comedies as well. Raunchy comedies, parodies. You know what I'm saying? Remember them spoofs that used to be popping back in the day and shit, like Epic Movie and Disaster. Even though a lot of them shits did really bad at the box office and they weren't received well. Them shits was popping
I
off
think
every other year.
I think streaming has messed up the writers and directors' views sometimes because like you got to think it's like I can make a movie, this don't do good. I can just make another movie because we got this streaming stuff. As for before streaming is like if I make a movie, it has to be good because people have to go see that. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference. So it's like
Mm.
I feel like the urgency of pitting out work. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like they can be like, okay, I can miss in certain places, especially if you already got like stuff under your belt. You can be like, oh, I can miss a little bit because we got all these streamings. But instead of back then, you couldn't play like that because it's like you get bad it's gonna hurt you for real because people pay to go see that, and that's what the box office is. I don't know. I think that kind of really
It did
did
hurt it
hurt.
to an extent.
Not just the money, but like just how to put the view. But I think it hurts like on how they function when it comes to a movie too.
It definitely did. I mean, you literally get everything at the tip of your finger. You know what I'm saying? At home, literally. So ain't really no point. But you could just wait a month to about 45 days. You know what I'm saying, for a movie to come on a streaming platform. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this year though, outside of John Wick, Spider-Man, Mario, Barbie, and Oppenheimer, um, and maybe
Sonic.
Transformers. Oh, no, Sonic came out last year, I believe. Yeah, last year. Even shit like
Okay, yeah.
TMNT,
They got like
Equalizer 3, um, what else came out? Mission Impossible, part fucking 7 at this point. They didn't really do all that crazy for real. Um, and that mainly has to do with the fact that a lot of people just felt like, well, I could. Is it really worth it to really watch in theaters, especially with the ridiculous ticket prices? They're like, nah, fuck it. But films like John Wick that are mainstays and do really, really well every time they come out. They got a Mario movie coming out. People love Mario, so we already knew what that was gonna do. A new Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying, after the first one did really well, people were definitely lining up to see that. But outside of them shits, um, people don't necessarily care. Like, independent films, they're gonna do what they do critically. So it's like I can't really judge that shit too harshly. But yeah, these movie studios be trying to marvel this shit. Like we saw with Indiana Jones, people felt like that was gonna do something, but they basically threw that nigga to the wayside in his own movie and try to roll out a new character, and it didn't really translate well. So yeah, streaming is a movie in the film industry. It can it can coexist. It's just gotta be worth it to go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the movies a couple times just early in the year. I could have went more, but a lot of these shits I didn't really care to really go see when I was looking at the reviews for real. So I was like, especially with the comedies. I've yet to have seen Strays yet. You know what I'm saying? I heard that was actually really good or really funny. I know that shit is on streaming services, so I'm gonna definitely check it out. But yeah, man. I think this pretty much wraps this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I think we should be, heading on out. You know what I'm saying? Robbie, I'm sure you're still in the building, man, unless you're in the booty club, man. You know what I'm saying? We need your services, brother. But yeah, man. Another classic episode, man. It is We Poddin, man. You know what I'm saying? We covered as much as we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? From abuse to fucking movies to you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of other stuff in between that. What we do here, man.
Did you hear
Yeah,
about
man.
the the Charleston White stuff when he hit
Oh
the
yeah, we
dude
didn't
in the
even get
head
to
with the
that, man.
microphone?
Man, we
Yeah,
got
oh yeah,
we got
yeah,
we
yeah.
got
You can say yeah.
Joe,
Just
we
say
got
that. Just say that.
while we wait for Robbie to actually.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. That I ain't gonna lie, that could be a whole debrief episode in and of itself, man.
Yeah, because it's more to that. Because like there's some of the comedians is really feeling the way about it, but I got something to say about DLG. So we'll say that for DB.
Yeah, because I got a topic concerning comedians currently and whatnot.
Man,
I would like brothers to chime in on.
Robbie pulled up. Robbie pulled up. We'll see if we could do something like a little
Yeah.
something for y'all to you know what I'm saying. We might release this later. I'm gonna see if we could do it tonight while brothers is here.
Hmm.
Discord respectfully. But yeah, Kuja, go ahead and take us out this motherfucker, bro. We've been here for a little bit.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? We got lives, you know what I'm saying? We got some of us got women, I got these hoes, so got shit to tend to. Yeah, man, it's We Poddin, man. You know what I'm saying? We finna head out of here, man. Shout out, everybody that came through, Lucci, Robbie, man, Boom, you know what I'm saying? Body Bags, man, Audio Hydration on YouTube, man. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Saying music reviews, album reviews, topics.
Man, that
Current.
anime shit ain't stamped till I go up there, Kuja. Like that's what we
Hey,
Oh,
we really gotta we really
nah,
brother's
gotta
gonna
let's see.
invade audio
nah, I fuck
hydration
with
one
it.
of
I
these
fuck with
days.
it. I fuck with it.
We're gonna invade
Oh yeah,
audio hydration.
speaking of audio hydration, I did just drop the Diddy episode, also involving
Damn.
some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a brief of a Diddy episode. It
Allegedly.
wasn't allegedly. Even though the name, the picture is wild, the thumbnail is wild. I
Law
gotta keep in mind.
purposes, yeah. Allegedly.
This is Mom
But yeah,
syndrome.
before we get caught up, man, go
Yeah.
ahead and check out, the brothers YouTube, man,
All
audio
right.
hydration.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. But we finna head up out of here, man.
Audio
Is We
hydration.
Pod? Audio hydration. Is We Pod podcast?
Mhm.
Shout out Dave Ballheaded ass too.
Yep. Shout out to EBL.
EBL. You know what I'm saying? 4th round tie in them. But yeah, we out, man. Is We Pod?